video. I have saw a lot of information, a lot of stuff that you probably already know, a lot of stuff that you may not know. And before I forget, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. If you definitely get information out of this, you like it, definitely click the thumbs up and share and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Let's get into this video. I've got one thing. I always like listening to other people's opinions, and I like the people that are not in the movement. And I know that's so hard to listen to, and it's really hard to concentrate onto. I definitely try to listen to this guy. He has not that many subscribers, but it's really interesting on his topic because he's very much always talking about how he's shorting AMC. And he always brags about shorting AMC, and he smiles about it too. And it really I guess it really boils my blood onto the whole thing because he's like, yeah, I made a lot of money on shorting it. I made a lot of money on shorting it. And then he keeps on saying that. But he's coming out making this video basically saying it's really bothering him. It looks very bullish. And so listen to this. And I'll just play a little bit of it. It's a long video, but definitely he is definitely a bear, and he definitely does short AMC.
On that upper trend line of this triangle. Insane, right? Insane. So what's this look like? It looks like the price rose, then rejected, and fell, and is now, this is kind of bearish, isn't it, to see that tall wick? I mean, yeah, the price was up on the day, but it's almost like this line is just supposed to be a little higher, right? Like maybe there's a zone in there. And that's kind of been my experience too with triangles. It's typically that horizontal support level. It's not like a firm level. It's not like a penny. It's usually got like a little bit of a range. So let's talk about that, right? What were we asking? 1860 to 1889, 30 cents. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah, that makes sense. So it looks like the price has had a false breakout and a return down into the pattern. That's called a throwback. I wonder what it looks like on the 15-minute chart. I bet you it's pretty good. Those candles look weird, so it's nice sometimes to see what...
Hey, Cap, can you hear me now?
Yes, and you can be heard in the stream, too.
Oh, bleep, yes.
Oh, bleep.
Awesome.
I think you might be kind of loud. I'm going to turn you down a little bit.
I know this is going to be a long video, but I'm making it in pieces onto this video. And the one thing I have to pause it and tell you too, I put the negative in there, but he's going to go into some positive news, and he'll explain it too. My video is going to be a long video. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's try now.
Awesome.
There you go. Okay, I think we're balanced. So, dude, did you see this? What was this showing?
Yeah, I've been watching. I just had my mic muted and forgot there was a mute button. So, yeah. Geez, thought you were the stoned one.
No, but dude, look at this, man. Look at this. That's my triangle that I drew right forever ago. And look at how this run comes up and just nails it and stops right there.
But it nailed it yesterday, wasn't it? Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
And then came back, and today was just like a consolidation-ish sort of a run, sort of a get pushed down.
Yeah.
The market was crap today. I mean, you were looking at SPY earlier, and that's
Dude,
something
SPY tanked.
It's hard for me to say that I'm like down on AMC because of it having a pullback. But when the whole market was as bad as it was, but AMC still closed up on the day and higher than yesterday, right?
Absolutely.
So,
it's hard. It's hard. I think this is what we're looking at, right? We've had a big run up, and now we're having a consolidation area at a level of resistance right here.
That makes complete sense.
Right? So, I guess it just depends how we want to look at this. Do you want to see this as Well, this actually this is what I was talking about 2 days ago. This double bottom forming, coming up, touching that triangle, and then finding resistance. And this is actually exactly what I drew was a triangle, because I was just like, it's like always a triangle I started on. This is bullish,
Yeah,
dude.
You were right. It does look bullish until the fact that that's a descending triangle, and AMC likes falling out the bottom of that descending triangle.
Dude, you know it loves to fall out of the bottom of triangles.
Okay, that's enough. I had to share this as well. It's really, it's hard to hear some of the negatives. I get it, but you want to listen to the negatives because you want to like basically get what is going to happen into the market. What's going to happen with AMC. And he has good points on that. AMC, let's face it, has loved to come down onto these triangles. And this right here is a bull flag. It's definitely a bull flag because it's making that solid downward, keeping that same level on the bottom. And then it's going low, the higher lows. And then it should be, in a bull flag, should be bouncing, boom, up on that part. But this guy has always talking about, you can hear him saying, it's hard for me to say this, but it looks very bullish. I think it's funny, and it's really good to hear the people that are very bearish onto it, because he's finding bearish movements onto AMC. He is basically saying this has a lot of bullish moves. It has a lot of uptrend. Okay, so enough said to that. Let's go to unusual whales. Unusual whales, I love going through this now. I've been understanding a little bit more onto it. Unusual whales, like what's happening, why it's happening. And so we can see the big option trades onto it, very, very bullish. And we have two bearish. So that, to me, says a lot. And the one thing, too, look at this. AMC, they are buying strike price of 30 onto a puts. So they're basically thinking it's still going to go up. And they're thinking it's probably going to stop at 30. That, to me, is something expiration date. Look at, where is this expiration? Again, I'm still learning on this. And if you hear my sons in the background, I do apologize. Look at this expiration date. Oh, a strike price on 18, and they're buying a put. I'm looking at the negative stuff because of all of. We have to look at it. Let's just face it. And then let's look at where you can see the puts. Very low puts. Very low puts for next week. That's what I see so far. That's really good. And then max pain is at 19. Keep in mind, max pain last week was at 17. Then it was at 17.5. Then it closed on Friday at 18. So when it's saying 19, it does not mean it's written in stone, but it can still move. Max pain can still move, and it could max pain go up to 20, something like that. So option trading looks like big money is moving into AMC as very bullish. Awesome. I am happy to see that. What else we have here is this Ortex is getting a lot of crap about. A lot of people are basically confused onto this 100%, and they are basically complaining about the 100%. And keep in mind, that is the whole AMC movement, is we want to know what's happening, like people shorting. So Ortex gets their data from certain places. All their places are coming back saying they're not borrowing, they're not lending it out. That doesn't mean that there is still lending going on. Keep that in mind. Now, they say about 85% they look at the market. So 85%. So you have still a black hole in Ortex data. So there is a lot of Ortex data. This could be higher, this could be lower. We don't know. They are basically giving us data that they have contracts with banks. So that said, what they are getting is actually probably what they're getting from the banks that are in the contracts. Now, that said, they're not like lending any more out, meaning they're not making more shares to lend out to shorts. It's confusing. I just want to clarify. A lot of people are really upset at Ortex and really happy about Ortex. And it's a good thing, it's a bad thing, but basically what I'm understanding is 85% of Ortex data is coming back and they're saying we're not giving out any more, we're not making any more, we're not borrowing any more shorts out there. But if you go over here, you can see, well, there's still shorts going out. There's still shorts that could be borrowed. What is that meaning? Well, there is still banks out there lending it out. So Ortex's data is, of course, not the 100% accurate. They don't have all the stuff. But this is what we are fighting for. We want more information because all this data, the shorts don't have to report it. And let's get into this. This is interesting. There is a lot of DTCC memberships are changing. So this person is talking about the DTCC they are talking about how they're not reporting. And I have it over here. I thought it was right here. Oh, this is Morgan Stanley. They are going to be stopped trading as well on February 15th. That's on Tuesday. So they're going to be stopping onto the trading platform. I had to digest this and sit there and think about this. It is good news, but it doesn't mean that they are stopped trading. So what I'm understanding is they probably have multiple accounts. Just like us, a common person has multiple bank accounts. We have multiple bank accounts because we have one bank account for groceries, other bank accounts for mortgages, and other bank accounts for something else, etc., etc. So basically, they are closing this brokerage dealer onto the Morgan Stanley. Does not mean they're closing the doors. It maybe they are closing the doors, but now they're closing onto stuff. They're closing a bank account onto the DTCC. You go down here, and this is what I was just pointing out. And they are right here. This company they are pretty much like Citadel, and they are no longer going to do the dark pools. That's what people are claiming. Well, that is dark pools right there. So I don't know. That's just tells me something that's really weird on that. The information is not correct. But yeah, let's move on. And we have to sit there and Melvin Capital. Now, Melvin Capital has a lot of positions, and they're saying that they're still going down. And Unusual Whales has said that Melvin Capital has a lot of bad positions right now, and they're trying to get rid of it. Now, this to me, that's a really red sign that it was a day ago. So you're talking about a couple days ago. Well, yeah, that was what Friday. So Melvin Capital's really hurting, and Melvin Capital was known for shorting GameStop. Now, can Melvin Capital start getting recalled onto this? Maybe. I don't know. It sounds like they always have in the back, there is always something they're finding. Now, another thing too, a lot of people are pointing out, let's go back to that Morgan Stanley. And Morgan Stanley, if they're closing, now they might have to close all their positions. We don't know if that is. This is just theories. We don't know if those Morgan Stanley positions, okay, we get the point. We don't know if the Morgan Stanley positions are basically shorted, and if they are having the shorts into that cover. So we don't know. We don't know if that's the case. I'm just being very blunt about everything. It's not well known. You know, this account could be something totally different. If it is the account that they're using for shorting, well, that would be awesome. Let's put it that way. That would be very awesome. Now, is it a coincidence that Morgan Stanley has closing this account? And I have a article right over here. Yeah, right here. Last week, and I didn't read this. Basically, it is beginning. And I'm not reading all this stuff because, believe me, you don't want me to read it. I'm terrible at all this stuff. But Morgan Stanley has, basically, they're getting all their money from the Fed. It's going to be recalled. And all this recall right here, they're going to have a $2 trillion, 4 times longer. They're going to have a hard time onto this. So that's another thing. That's probably the reason why they're closing these accounts. They're closing a account because of this. Interesting. Very interesting. There's something brewing in the background. I don't hear anyone in the into the YouTube videos talking about this. To me, this is a big deal. Even if it doesn't move onto the AMC, it's a big deal because there's something brewing in the background. When you have something that people are talking about, a big, huge company like Morgan Stanley, that's a huge company. And they had problems back in 2008 as well. Remember, they were almost going to go with the Lehman Brothers. And the Lehman Brothers were thinking they were going to get bought out. And then Morgan Stanley said they got basically bought out, but Lehman Brothers didn't. So this could be a big problem with Morgan Stanley, and that could be a huge dump. I don't know why no one's talking about this one, and I think this is a big deal. Not even for AMC, I'm just saying, just in general in the market. And then we have the Federal Reserve coming out as well, and they're going to have this emergency meeting. And you talk about emergency meeting, we're going to see, and there's rumors on it being 0.75, and then there is even rumors about it being 1.0. And you're talking, that is a very crazy situation. Now, is AMC going to get affected onto this? And my answer, I'm very neutral onto the whole thing, and I look at all the statistics onto this thing. And a lot of people are saying, I hear people saying, yes, it's going to get affected by the shorts will have to cover. I don't know. I'm hoping for it. I'm praying for it. But will the shorts cover because of that? I don't know on that. You talk about right now 0.7%. Now you're going to raise it, and that's going to be a 1.7%. That's going to be a huge jump onto it. And there's even people saying that BlackRock and Vanguard, those two companies that people are believing that they are shorting or lending out their shares to the shorts, they're going to come back and say, we want a 1.7% onto the interest now, not a 0.7%. And it could even go up to a 2% onto these shorts. Now, the shorts would probably be like, why would you short AMC on getting a 2% shorted onto if, say, for instance, AMC starts dropping and you have 18, it's at $18. $18, and let's say $19. Now, $19, you're only going to get a gain of $19 if it goes to zero. $19 you'll get out of this. So reality is they're not going to be making a lot of money off of this if they if they keep on paying this interest. They're paying and paying and paying this interest. And this is a ticking time bomb onto both ways. You have the AMC situation on. There's a lot of apes that are holding onto this, and then there is a lot of hedge funds that are basically holding on to their shares. Now, one or the other are going to basically freak out, and I have money into this. So my theory, and I'm betting my money onto this whole thing, is basically the hedge funds will pretty much start paying onto this. They're going to freak out because, let's face it, we are not paying interest onto lending out the shares. We are not paying this. We have money into it, but we're not paying any interest. I have seen my portfolio go down to very, very low, and I have not sold any stocks. And actually, I have been buying more stocks onto this matter. So, that said, let's get into the charts. And the charts right here, this is the daily on the 30-minute candle, and this is what I am looking at. I have been taking over here and getting the bar pattern and putting the bar pattern on that, and you can see, let's do the dot here. So right here, the dot is, let's try to get that. You can see it having a very good area coming down, coming up, and then coming. I think it's going to come down on Monday. My prediction is going to be probably like Tuesday, we're going to see it go up. So Monday, it's going to be a consolidation day. It's going to be hardly nothing movement. And then on Tuesday, it's going to start moving up. That's what I'm seeing on the bar pattern. Let's look at the daily and the daily as well. So we have, and this is, I've been tracking it on the bar pattern as well. And you can see, and this is amazing. And I have to show this to you. I think it's basically been using this pattern, and what it came up here, it did a same thing on Friday, and we're doing a complete bar pattern from the first pull up, from the first run up. Sorry, pull up from first run up, and you can see we're having a lot of the green candles are saying there's a lot of buying and holding. There's buying and holding patterns on this. So on Monday, right there, and I don't know if that is sort of annoying me. On Monday, we're expected to go right around to the $20. And so the $20 right here. And probably we're going to start off 17, go to $20 on Tuesday. Then we're going to break over the $23, and then on Thursday, it looks like we're at 20. It's still like consolidating, so it's going to keep on ranging in the consolidation. And then right here, so you can see. On the 17, I don't know. This is where it's been very much on the pattern. It's on this pattern. It's going to shoot up to $70. That's the pattern I'm seeing. If it's going to happen, I don't know. But it has been very strong. Now we have to go in through the political politics onto to Ukraine. So far, Ukraine has not, since this is Saturday, or Sunday, sorry, this is Sunday, I have not heard anything about Ukraine getting invaded by Russia. And what I'm predicting on Monday, if we don't hear no word about Ukraine getting invaded by Russia, but we're going to probably hear a lot of Ukraine and Russia situations going on, because let's face it, the media loves to put the fear into people's eyes all the time. Fear sells. So scaredness sells. And what they are going to do is keep on bringing it up. We could see a sort of a rebound onto Monday, and that, to me, may push us up into, and I'm hoping this pattern here is wrong, because I'm hoping we go up even higher. And what I see, we could go up to the $28. And when we get to the $28 right here, this pip right here, aligning has a very strong indication. Once we get above this line, that is going to be an interesting time. And I want to show you why. Again, this video is very, very long. Once you see that line go above, and you can see through the whole time, AMC in the daily chart, it's been always above it. We went below it and it just dropped. Boom. So right over here, it was below it, just like the first run up. And that's what the bars patterns I'm using right here. These bars patterns right in here I'm using. And that is following a lot of suit onto it. Are we going to get this big, huge candle? I don't know. The way everything's going, who knows? But it is following suit. And what? This pip line right here, you can see it. It touched it. It got right up above it. And once it got above it, and it went right, it shot up. So it shot up right in there. So once we get above that, that is going to be a great signal saying AMC is very, very strong. Awesome. I'm hoping that you love the video. I'm hoping you like it. Thumbs up. Definitely subscribe and share it with other people. If you have any other comment, if you have any questions, comment if you are still holding, buying, and comment if you are a ape onto this movement. So peace out and have a great Sunday.